I think the big part is, this is our chance to kind of show off our skills against other D2s. We've had a pretty tough schedule with a lot of D1s we played, so it's exciting to get to go down there and compete in this. We're looking forward to it. I like the pool and the draw we have. We were close last year. We lost by 1 point to get into the finals, so would like to push that a little bit farther this year.
Awesome. And then speaking of D1, you guys took a trip up to Tucson a couple weeks ago. You guys played against names like Missouri State, Pepperdine, Grand Canyon. How did that prepare you, and how did that prepare you guys for this upcoming weekend?
I think they're all very good schools, and the nice thing with that is we're seeing some of the best players in the country right now. A lot of those teams are nationally ranked, and it's a good prep for this weekend because if we can score and play against them, then as we play the other D2s, we've prepped ourselves with some of the best.
So with the competition that you face every single tournament, I know you don't want to just take a deep breath and go, oh, this is going to be easy because it's D2, but how has that kind of gotten you ready to play teams that are going to be more on your level?
I think it really prepares us just because of the higher level and the more experience of people at the D1 level. So even though those D2 players are really good, sometimes they may not have the same IQ or they might not have the same shot range or things like that. And so they're still going to be really good teams and it's going to be a super competitive tournament. But it's exciting that we got to play up first.
Did you get out of bed at all?
I took a few naps over the weekend, but it's kind of nice because now just being able to focus on one sport, going from the hard court to sand court, it gets to be a little bit, but now that we're just in the sand, it's kind of nicer and we can work on not just playing too, so we're working on more technical stuff, so it's kind of nice to take a step back and for the last couple practices anyways, and then kind of hit it hard in the sand, so it's a little better now, I think.
Because there was no regional or national and indoor, you guys at least you get, a national for beach, and I know, they have the invitational with indoor this week, but is this this is our nationals, so this is our chance to go play for a championship?
I think so. Since we've only gone one time, so now that we're going back and we kind of already, I know a few of us, I don't know, about half of us were there or so we already have that experience, so I think it's a little more exciting this time versus we don't know what to expect, we don't know the level of teams, whereas now we can go in there and kind of go after it more, in my perspective.
I think you kind of mentioned it, just the grueling schedule you guys have had. Does that help prepare you at all for this one?
Do you want to take this?
Yeah.
I think part of the reason we schedule hard is that, all right, these are the teams that are closest to us, and it's a great way to prepare as we get ready to go to that national championship in Florida. That why not play the best teams we can? I see the Division I, Division II split happening in a couple years, so we may not have those chances, so this is a great opportunity to learn and play for them and see that we're not that far off from them physically. It's just some of the consistencies, some plays that, hey, we can hang with these teams. Obviously, this year's a little bit tougher because of indoor and beach. We didn't get as much time in the sand, but we're right there on the physical level of what we can do with those teams.
Have you seen any with other programs too? And you guys have to deal with the indoor and beach at the same time? Is that, obviously extra challenges, but how do you guys in other schools dealt with it?
I think there's a lot of benefits to it. I think especially for attackers, the way you have to jump in the sand and you bring that to the indoor court, it adds inches to your vertical. I think Spitzer, for us, for one example, as she started hitting more in the sand or hitting efficiency on the indoor side, really started skyrocketing. She did a really good job with her spacing because if you broad jump in the sand, you have zero vertical, you're not going to be able to hit, so you got to learn to go straight up and down, and that's the same approach we want to see on the indoor side, so it's cool to see some of that translate. And then just the contacts we're making in the sand, there's a lot of different scramble plays and read, and you start to see that in the indoor IQ, that their eyes are starting to read things that they may not have seen before.
Good. Yeah.
All right, so questions of the week, this or that, all at the same time. Don't think about it.
Mics at the ready.
Mics at the ready, yes. Halloween or Christmas?
Christmas.
Burgers or tacos?
Burgers,
Tacos.
Doing the dishes or doing the laundry?
laundry.
Neither.
Smoothie or milkshake?
Smoothie.
City or country?
Country.
Country.